It's meat event, meat boy, and it's kind of a scrappy meat event. I mean, one has to just be objective with it. And we were talking earlier. We have kind of been spoiled with some of these recent cards and the main event specifically. So I guess we were due. We were overdue, perhaps, for this Angela Overkill Hill meet down against Mackenzie Dern, who we haven't seen in a little while. Right, the last time we did, she dropped that majority decision to Yan Xiaonan, and Yan, we just saw a couple weeks ago, she's absolutely peaking, so
Overkill.
really not that bad of a loss for Mackenzie. And before that, we got to remember, she fought against Tisha Torres, and that was a pretty close fight. I know some people thought Tisha maybe even did enough to win that one, and then Mackenzie got smoked by Marina Rodriguez before that. So it has been kind of a rough couple of last few years for Mackenzie Dern. She had that beautiful four-fight win streak before that where she got that finish over Nina Nunes. She beat Verna Jindihoba, who Verna's on kind of a low-key tear right now, so that was a good win. So things all started off great for Mackenzie Dern. It's just been a little rough recently, so I think that the UFC is trying to build her as an easy, I don't say easy, but as a winnable fight here against Overkill Hill, who she's won two straight. You got to give Angela Hill her props. I mean, she beat Lupi Godinez, who's also fighting on this card, and she beat Emily Ducote, who is fighting against Lupi Godinez on this card. So basically, the two last women that Angela Hill just ran over are fighting right underneath her and jerking the curtain essentially for her. So, what are your thoughts on this one? Angela Hill, we always talk about. She's always in close competitive fights. Sometimes she's on the wrong end of decisions, however. Recently, though, she's been on the right end of decisions. So, at plus 145, do you think that Angela Overkill Hill will be on the
Overkill.
right side of a decision in this meat event, or is Hill the kind of opponent that Mackenzie Dern needs to get back on track?
Yeah, no, kind of like you said, we've been just absolutely spoiled with bangers after bangers. It only makes sense that, they provide us with a casual street beef quality, weekend. So I'll take it. But, Mackenzie Dern, main event, Angela Hill, not too impressed. I kind of wish Fluffy kind of had the limelight. He really deserves it with these last few performances. Absolutely taking out killers, and he's been looking great. So, but happy to see he's co-main. But man, I just have so much stock in Mackenzie Dern UFC cards that I'm going to be very sad if she loses again because she's probably getting cut because she looked so bad her last fight. And Angela Hill is only looking better even though she's 38, but somehow she looks like she's 28. She looks great. She's looking strong. She's looking powerful. She's looking bigger than ever. I like that she's an underdog. I'm slowly kind of leaning that I'm going to take Angela Hill purely because she's an underdog because I see this as a 50-50. Mackenzie Dern's stand-up is not that good. Angela Hill should have the upper hand. If it hits the mat, Mackenzie Dern is going to demolish. But that's if she can get it to the mat. Her wrestling is not the best. Is she going to do some Kron Gracie, pull you guard, and then scoot her butt? Like, actually, probably everyone will like to see that. All the simps out there. But I don't want to see that. I want to see a brawl. I want to see one of these people get knocked out. It would be sweet to see Mackenzie Dern win. But I got to hedge this one, and I'm taking Angela Hill win by KO second round.
Yeah, she's plus 145, and I mean, you could argue that Angela Hill is maybe the best version of herself that we've ever seen because she is looking great recently. And you gotta respect Angela Hill because it could have been very easy for her to, after losing those three straight, at least on the judges' scorecards, it would have been very easy for her to just hang them up and say, just call it a day. But she didn't. She came back, and she's on a nice two-fight win streak and has been rewarded here with a meet event opportunity. So a lot of kudos, a lot of respect to Angela Hill, and at plus 145, maybe she does have some dog value. If we look at Tapology, though, I mean, only 22% is rolling with Hill, and basically all of it is beige for that decision. Meanwhile, the 78% that's rolling with Dern, basically all of it is copper. They think that the sub is most likely. Do you see any world where Dern wins a decision if Mackenzie does win one, or are you operating like with Tapology, where if Dern wins this, it's likely by sub? And my other question would be, how do you square?
Overkill.
There's only a slight sliver for that Hill KO. You think Hill's going to get a TKO on this one?
I think she will. I think she's going to get TKO, retire on a three-fight beautiful streak, knocking out a hype train Mackenzie Dern, take some of that fame, and ride out in the sunset and get a sweet little gig at ESPN, and she'll be well off. But if Mackenzie Dern loses this, that's just, I don't even know. On paper, she should absolutely demolish over Angela Hill. But that reason, I gotta hedge it. It's just almost too obvious that she wins to where she probably loses.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from for sure. I guess my only issue is that I don't know if Angela Hill is going to be able to stop Dern with punches. She's obviously not going to submit Mackenzie Dern. That would just be the pipe dream of all pipe dreams. And I haven't yet seen Mackenzie Dern get finished by strikes to where I'm questioning whether Angela Hill will be the first one to do that. And as a result, I think this fight's going to go the distance. And even if it's a fight that seems like Angela Hill won 5-0 and it was clear, I definitely thought Angela Hill won the fight. Somehow we're going to go to the judges' verdicts and it's going to be one of those weird split or majority decisions where Angela Hill is on the wrong side of things, as she historically has been, and Mackenzie Dern will be on the right side of things, which is what you probably would argue the promotion and the business would prefer. So maybe it's a little bit tinfoil hat conspiracy-ish, but I just kind of think that this fight's guaranteed to go the distance, and as a result, the rounds are going to be close enough to where they're going to give it to Mackenzie Dern. So I'm going to go Mackenzie Dern by decision in this one. I'm pretty down for Angela Hill to get a finish, though, because that would be amazing. And if she did get a finish, hangs him up, goes back to the desk at ESPN, that to me would be pretty hype and a great way to end her very impressive career, because her whole MMA journey, how she got involved in the game and to where she's taken it to as a 38-year-old veteran now, has really been kind of an impressive story. So I'm rooting for Angela Hill with you all the way. I just am picking Mackenzie Dern to get the victory via the scorecards. Any last thoughts?
No, if it does go decision, Dern probably takes it. I think Hill's got to get that finish, and hopefully it doesn't hit the mat for her. But also, I kind of hope it does because I have a lot of cards in Mackenzie Dern. But throw in the comments who you taking. Are you taking Waifu Dern or Overkill Hill?